Hello, students. Today is Sunday, October 2nd. I'm actually up here on the fourth floor of Adams Humanities. I should be in my office. My office is right there, but when I got to campus, I realized I did not have my office key with me. But since I came here on a Sunday to try and put in a few hours worth of work, I figured might as well work. So I grabbed this table, which is located outside my office here. I don't know if you can see outside the window. Yeah, that's over there. And then that's the hallway over there. And the reason I came to campus too was to give my doggy a little walk. Here's the doggy. Come on, rerun. Say hi to the students. Rerun. Rerun. Look right there. Rerun. Say hi, rerun. Okay. Anyway, okay. Last week was module 6, which was about the topic of privacy. Hopefully you learned something from that. And I'm going to go over some of the comments from the Packback discussion board. And I'm still learning how to use that tool. I discovered I can basically pin a question, post a question so everybody sees the question. So the questions that I pinned this past week got a lot of responses. Here we have a question. How is the paparazzi still considered legal? This one actually got 21 responses. And again, I sort of gamed the system. I sort of, put that question up at the top so everyone saw it. And the general theme here, if you didn't respond to this question, was taking photos is still legal, even if, as long as you're not on someone's private property, as we learned from the video lecture in the textbook, you could take photos. And a lot of the stuff that the paparazzi gather are things that happen in the public, although there are techniques and unethical practices that are sometimes used to invade people's privacy. But yeah, I mean, there's just an insatiable appetite for celebrity news. So I understand why paparazzi do what they do, even though we may find a lot of it unseemly. But again, there are ethical limits. There are, when you're hacking someone's phone and hacking into their voicemail or using false pretenses to gain access to someone's private property, that's clearly wrong. And then finally, okay, here we go. Yeah. Carson asked this question. Again, this was one that I pinned and ended up getting 13 responses. What are your thoughts on the Kobe Bryant lawsuit over the photos of his death? I assume you all read that story. And yeah, that's a really tragic and unfortunate situation that happened. But I don't know, realistically, I'm just being realistically, how people can stop that sort of thing. The fact that we all have phones and our cameras means that anything can be documented. And I definitely think reputable media outlets should think twice before publishing any kind of death photo at all, no matter what it is. But there are plenty of unscrupulous individuals who might post things on social media. But if you work for a reputable news organization or media outlet, you probably shouldn't be posting pictures of dead bodies at all. I mean, sometimes I've seen war photos where people from the quote unquote other side, even that's a loaded term, from the other side, we post corpse photos of dead people from the other side, but we won't post photos of deceased US servicemen. And maybe there's a double standard there. Maybe we shouldn't be posting photos of any dead bodies. And then here's a question. Reese posted this question. Now, I don't think it's specifically about privacy. I mean, it kind of is about privacy, but I think it does relate to ethics in general. In the case of a mass murder or a terrorist attack, should you post the names of the perpetrator? In Europe, I believe that they typically do not. They believe in they don't want to glorify or give any extra attention to the person who committed this horrible crime. But then also, people could say we need to know who did this so we can understand society better. And why should you protect the privacy of a person who's done something so horrible? So yeah, there's different schools of thought. When someone has committed mass murder or some type of horrible crime, what's the point? What is the value of publishing that person's name? And then lastly, the absence of malice. Okay. Absence of malice. Here's the score on Rotten Tomatoes. Absence of malice is it's a little bit old, maybe a little bit dated. Some people might say it's retro. But I like the movie. I really like the movie. And one of the reasons I like the movie is that I think it deals really in a nice dramatic way with some of the things that we have already discussed in JMS 494. So I think there's a pack back assignment for the week. And I think when you watch the movie, you'll see how it relates to JMS 494, and hopefully you'll get a good discussion going. The other thing I just want to clarify is the movies that I pick, we're going to watch 3 movies this semester. The movies that are picked are ones that the university has a license for, so that I can post the link for free on Canvas and that everyone who is enrolled in the class can watch the movie for free. I don't think it's fair to tell students to sign up for Netflix, sign up for HBO, for example. So, in the past, when students do those evaluations, you know what I'm talking about. People said, why does RSNO pick such old movies? I like old stuff. That's established. I like old stuff, but also I'm trying to pick stuff that's freely accessible to everyone. Okay. So hopefully you understand my point of view. I want things to be freely accessible to everyone. I think people pay enough and sacrifice enough to get into college, and we shouldn't, make people pay to watch a movie for class. Anyway, that's it. There's no reading, there's no video lectures, just watch Absence of Malice and then respond on the pack back. That's it.